What's up, FHS, and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Ali.
And I'm Woody. In this special Thanksgiving edition of the Saber Roar, we're going to showcase what FHS is thankful for, take an inside look at the Cinnamon Cider Craft Fair, and test some unsuspecting student Thanksgiving knowledge.
I'm thankful to be hosting with you, Woody.
Aw, thanks. I'm thankful for Cole being tech director.
I'm thankful for you, Woody.
I think we're all thankful for things this Thanksgiving. Here's a look at what the rest of FHS is thankful for.
We're thankful for Mr.
I'm thankful for Saber Roar.
It makes me very happy.
I am thankful for.
I am thankful.
I'm thankful for.
I'm thankful for.
We're thankful for each other. I'm thankful for Miss Edelman, Mr. Thurn, and Mr. Babiash. Same here. Oh my, dude.
Thankful for the sandwich and the cafeteria ladies.
I'm thankful for my best friend.
I'm thankful for TikTok.
I'm thankful that I'm not addicted to TikTok.
I'm thankful for my family.
Friends and family.
My dad and my friends.
Friends. For all my girls out there.
My football team and my family.
My twin sister, Maggie.
And I'm thankful for my twin sister, Abby.
I'm thankful for you, Mario, my boy Rick,
Cheeto, Miguel,
my boy Steve, my boy Asad,
that boy Rick, that boy Gabe,
Diego. I don't know about Diego. What's up, Miguel?
I want everybody in this lunchroom.
We're thankful for turkeys.
We're thankful for pie, turkey,
And Mr. Johnson.
To the quintic equation, x to the fifth plus px.
This is Clark for allowing me to be in the fashion show so I could have this awesome mohawk. You're still shorter than me.
Or Miss Leitner, because she's like one of the best teachers at Franklin.
We're thankful for Mr. Netashine.
Love you, Bondar. I love you, Bondar!
Mr. Drobot.
For the Saber Academy students.
I'm thankful and grateful for all my students and coworkers that make FHS a great place to come to every day.
Wow, we sure do have a lot to be thankful for here at FHS.
UMPS held their annual Cinnamon Cider Craft Fair this year in the new middle school, making more room for the vendors and performers.
The Cinnamon Cider Craft Fair took place at the new middle school this year. The fair is a fundraiser for the United Music Parents Program, which is a program that raises money for the music department at FHS, with vendors selling items ranging from hats to jewelry and even baked goods. New this year are the Saber manufacturing students selling items that they made to raise money for their program.
Okay, so we're here to sell stuff we made in class.
Money earned will be used in the Saber manufacturing program. There was a musical performance from the musical department, and then there was even a mini performance done from Saber manufacturing.
4 o'clock. Okay, sounds great. Thanks so much.
What a creative way to help raise money for the music department.
As we began producing this Thanksgiving episode, we found ourselves reflecting on the origin of Thanksgiving. In elementary school, we learned about the story of the Pilgrims and the Indians, but is there more to it and more perspectives?
Hi, I'm Cole from the Saber Roar. When researching the origins and perspectives on Thanksgiving Day in the United States, it got a little complicated.
Hi, I'm Diego, a member of the Multicultural Club and a member of the Bad River Band of the Lake Superior Tribe of Chippewa Indians Reservation as an Ojibwe native. I'm here to help Cole sort it all out. The story of the first Thanksgiving on this land we now call the United States has a somewhat mythical and difficult origin story.
When we were young, we learned that the brave Pilgrims fled religious persecution and sailed to a new land. They struggled in the harsh climate, and the friendly Indians helped them learn how to plant and harvest. To thank them, the Pilgrims held a big feast and invited the Indians. It was a happy celebration of friendship and Thanksgiving.
But days of Thanksgiving have been celebrated throughout history and around the world even before the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth. They had been part of many religions of European and Native American people. They were days of gratitude for victory in battle, overcoming a hardship, or celebrating an abundant harvest. So how did this first Thanksgiving story become part of our current Thanksgiving Day?
You need to fast forward to President Lincoln in 1863. He declared Thanksgiving Day a national holiday to be celebrated on the fourth Thursday in November. He did this during the Civil War, shortly after the Battle of Gettysburg, as a way to heal the wounds of the nation and give thanks to God.
It wasn't until the early 1900s that the Pilgrims and Indians' first Thanksgiving story began being told. It was used to teach children about American freedom and how to be a good citizen. This is particularly effective with many immigrant children eager to share in the American tradition of roast turkey. In classrooms around the country, students participated in Thanksgiving pageants about the shared meal between the Pilgrims and Indians.
In actuality, very little is written about the real feast. The people who came over on the Mayflower didn't call themselves pilgrims, and only about a third were separatists looking for religious freedom. The rest were people hoping to make money in the new land. The Indians were the people of the Wampanoag Nation who lived in the area of southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island. There is a written reference to a 3-day feast, but much of the story developed over the years and is told from the perspective of the descendants of the European settlers.
The Native American perspective was overlooked. The Europeans settled on land that was home to 2,000 Wampanoag people. The Wampanoag only a few years before numbered about 12,000, but early encounters with English and Spanish explorers and slavers exposed the Native people to devastating diseases for which they had no immunities to.
The Mayflower settlers moved into Patuxet, the site of an abandoned Wampanoag village that had been wiped out by disease. They had shelters and land that had been cleared for farming.
This time period is seen by many Native people as the beginning of the genocide of the Native people, their culture, and way of life. Since 1970, Native Americans march and rally in Plymouth to remember the Native Americans who have lost their lives and cultures since colonization. It is considered a national day of mourning.
History can be complicated. There are many perspectives to consider. As we've grown in our understanding of the way our nation was built, we've begun to recognize the injustices, sacrifices, and contributions of the many groups of people who are Americans.
Consider celebrating Thanksgiving as a day to be thankful for family, friends, and all you have. But maybe take a moment to think about all those who sacrificed to get us here. As we mature, so should our thoughts about the myth of the first Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, Cole.
Happy Thanksgiving. It's important to look at events through different lenses than our own. It helps us learn, grow, and create a more inclusive community.
In the spirit of truly giving thanks, we wanted to spread some Thanksgiving joy with the students of FHS. So we surprised a few students in class with some festive Thanksgiving prizes.
Can I get, let's see who we got, Maggie and Olivia. On what day each year is Thanksgiving celebrated?
Thursday.
Yes.
You got it right.
What's your guys' names?
I'm Sophia.
I'm Jaden.
So what department store has been holding Thanksgiving Day parades since 1924?
Macy's.
What was the name of the ship the Pilgrims came to America on?
The Mayflower.
I'm gonna need Dolan and Blanca.
Oh, let's go, baby.
And the challenge for y'all is to draw your best hand turkey. 6, 7,
Oh, there's so
5, 8, 9, 10. All right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Thank you.
That's a dog. All right. Let's.
Best turkey gobble. Go for it. Gobble, gobble. Let's get a round of applause for Ahmad if you think he did the best. All right, number 3. Hey. Okay.
And here's your prize.
Yeah, sweet.
All right, let's see you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, Jaden.
Turkey flavored stuffing! Yeah! Alright, you got a turkey shaped butter! Yeah!
All right, so clearly we have a winner here, and all right, here's your prize.
Your very own 12-pound turkey!
Thank you so much.
Seriously, Ahmad's gonna have turkey.
Thank you to all the teachers and volunteers who really got into the Thanksgiving spirit. Ahmad, let me know if you need help finishing that turkey. Thanks for tuning in to our Thanksgiving edition of the Saber Roar.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter at the Saber Roar to stay up to date with all things Saber Roar.
Thanks for watching, Sabers. Have a happy Thanksgiving break.